TJ, is it as simple as facing a shorter quarterback, it's easier to get your hands on passes, or do you find that some guys have figured out ways to find those windows, change the arm angle, move their feet, that kind of thing?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, clearly the pocket gets moved and he understands how to find those passing lanes, like you just said. But I like to think that we're a very ball-conscious group when we're rushing the passer, and I don't think that'll change depending on the quarterback. I think that maybe we'll have another opportunity or two, but who knows? Like you said, they move the pocket well for him. They try to protect him in certain situations to get him exposed to the game before they allow him to really drop back and let it go.
For so many years when you guys played the Browns, it was about Stockton and Nick Chubb. Do you see a little bit of Chubb in Quinshon Judkins just in terms of his style and physicality?
I think he's continuing to get better and improve as he gets more and more exposed to the NFL, and he runs hard, runs behind his pads. I think they're, like Mike T always says, riding the waves the bigs are providing, and it's been really effective for them, especially in short yardage situations or anytime you can get those chunk situations to help a young quarterback.
Do you feel like the way you guys play defense against the Vikings is kind of the blueprint for how you guys play, also getting after the quarterback, forcing those takeaways, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome to get takeaways like that and sacks and all the splash that we were able to have. But it's obviously tough to do each and every week, but it starts with fundamentals of everybody doing their job, stopping the run, being able to create those turnovers and pin our ears back in those situations. It's much easier said than done.
Is there a different kind of challenge in facing a team that relies so much on rookies to be major contributors like Gabriel, Quinshon, Harold Fannin?
I don't look at guys as rookies or not. I look at as them as NFL football players, and they're all capable. And I think more than anything, it's just a team that is continuing to run the football, and that's been really effective for them. So we stopped that. We're able to kind of get at that rookie quarterback and see what it's all about.
You guys have been really good against rookie quarterbacks statistically over the years. Is that something that you take pride in?
So, I mean, like I just said, this rookie quarterback's a little different. And he's very well decorated, very talented. He's got good arm talent. He can move, mobile, quick, decisive guy. He's had a really successful college career at two programs, so it's a little different of a rookie quarterback than guys in the past only have one or two seasons.
TJ, Aaron was saying he was talking to guys about what this rivalry was like. How would you describe Steelers-Browns?
Physical. I mean, you can throw records out the window for games like this. It's very physical. Home field advantage is huge in games like these. We know them, they know us. I mean, like Mike T says, a lot of guys are brought here for these types of matchups. Like, guys get drafted, guys get brought in free agency for the AFC North matchups, and specifically these types of games.
Twice in 5 days, you haven't played a division game yet. You play two and start your divisional play here within less than a week. Is that extra juice to that week? Is there extra meaning to AFC North? It's still early in the season, of course.
I mean, it's understood, obviously the rivalry and the implications of games like this, but it's hard to put more weight on games at any point in the season.
Did Mike T highlight anybody in particular this week, like that you're here to help us beat this specific team or win these divisional games?
A couple guys.
The lefty thing.
You're good.
The lefty quarterback thing, is that you played two? It might be the only one you've played so far. Is that, especially you rushing from one particular side, does that make a difference to you or at all? Or?
This would be the first lefty quarterback I've ever played in my life. So,
really?
Yeah, it's interesting. We don't have a scout lefty either, so it'll be different on game day. But like I said, he can bootleg both ways. We've seen it. It'll be interesting to do. I don't know. Like I said, I've never done it before, but he's very capable.
If you guys get Alex back, how important is it for you guys? I know there's a lot of focus on if the three of you, you, Alex, and Nick can be on the field at the same time. But how important is it for you guys to also have a strong rotation of the three of you guys?
Huge. I mean, especially late in the season. As we go on, we can't be taking 90-95% of reps anymore. It's to have the rotation that we have, especially Jack Sawyer playing really good football, Herb playing well, obviously getting Alex back, a capable guy. It's going to be important that we continue to rotate and stay fresh.
It seemed like you guys had a fair amount of success with some of the stunts and games you were doing up front in the last one. Where did you feel like those were successful, and what are some of the benefits of those schematics?
I think it's just trying to continue to break down max protection. It's no secret that teams max protect us significantly more than some other teams. So just trying to find ways that we can continue to break the pocket down and not just get chipped to death the whole game.
Mike T said we'd have to kind of monitor your participation levels this week, how much we're able to do out there today.
Hello, son.
I think we'll be able to play.
we'll see.
How does the hamstring feel? I mean, what's been the process like since the Vikings game?
Just a lot of rehab, a lot of recovery. Yeah, that's the process.
I mean, Mike said that you and Calvin had been pretty aggressive in rehab, especially over the bye. Was that something that you were doing specifically so that you wouldn't have as much of a layoff with the injury?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, for sure. I never want to miss any type of playing time. You know, like, I love the game, love to be out there for my teammates. So any chance I get to help that, I'll take that opportunity. So,
When did you feel the hamstring tighten up on you?
I don't know, some point during the game.
I wasn't sure if it was like sometime earlier or later.
It was like early, I'm sure, but I don't really remember. I don't be thinking about nothing out there but playing football. Like,
Jalen, does the fact that you guys played Thursday night factor into your decision at all, or to the decision at all, or is it just about Sunday?
It depends on who you ask.
If we ask you, how do you?
I'm being real. If y'all ask me, yeah, it matters.
Being a 10-year vet, do you have, in your first year at the team, do you have some latitude where you think the coach will listen to you a little bit more if you have an opinion on it than if you would if you're a rookie or something, you know?
Potentially, but it's, you know, they the bosses, they the authority, so I have to listen to them, you know, just as much as they're open to hearing, you know, how I feel and listening to what I got to say. So we've been having good conversations, good dialogue about how things have been progressing, I would say.
Were you able to get in team today after being DNP last couple of days?
I was. Yeah, I was. I was in a little something.
If you are able to go, you know, the Browns are a pretty physical rushing team. In terms of bottling that up, how are some of the defensive backs part of that equation?
It's a whole. I'm sorry. He trying to distract me. It's that's part of the game anyway. And then obviously, you know, if you're just a fan of the game, that's the AFC North. That's kind of how the vibe is anyway. So it's just a part of the game, part of being an all-around football player. So yeah, the defensive backs got to be a part of that just as much as everybody else does.
You played in a lot of rivalry games, different divisions, different teams, but what have you heard about or even seen of a Steelers-Browns game?
I know it's going to be intense. I know it's going to be defense is going to be on display. It's going to be a lot of energy. The atmosphere is going to be great. I'm sure of that. That's probably it. I've been focusing on some other things this week. You know.
Anybody give you grief for doing the fake gritty and then, you know, what happened later in the game, unfortunately?
Nah. What do you think somebody would say to me about that? I'm just wondering. What do you think they would say to me?
Well, they're distracting you over there right now, so I don't know if they gave you any stuff for that. But
nah.
I guess it would have been better if the touchdown held up, though, because that was kind of a crazy.
It would have been, right? That's a little crazy rule, but I guess we all learned something, huh?
How long were you planning that celebration?
It was like a DB plan celebration type thing. Like we had talked about, just whoever got to play first would do it, obviously, because, you know, Justin Jefferson, that's like his little thing. He's gritty, so it was like a planned thing. I don't know when we planned it. I don't know. It just happened at that moment.
Is it retired now that you've done it?
Last
or
one, guys.
Just can somebody bring it back out since it didn't touchdown didn't end up counting?
Well, we don't play Minnesota again. You know, that's like a Justin Jefferson thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I guess it's retired. I don't know. We ain't just around here playing in celebrations. I don't want to. I ain't gonna say that. We focus on the right things now. But we might have something in store. I don't know. Actually, we might need to plan some celebrations.
I don't already know the names, but the numbers 57, 91 are all edge setters that can also rush the passer as well. when you put so much attention on a guy like that, leaves them open to one-on-one. So I got to be prepared. But obviously, you see 95 moving sides, so just being prepared for whatever comes at us, because obviously all these guys are, this whole D-line, just as an entirety, is pretty good.
You played
Slide this way, get out of Isaac's way.
You played in some rivalry games. How anxious are you for this taste of AFC North, and what have you heard about games against the Browns?
Yeah, man, I'm super excited. Obviously, my first game in the AFC North. We've been talking about it all week, even last week as well. This being my first game, I mean, I grew up watching these rivalries, these back and forths between obviously these guys, Bengals and the Ravens. So just excited to finally get out there and show them what I can do.
What led to some of the success we saw against Minnesota? And as a line, how do you keep that moving forward?
I feel like we had a really good game plan. Being in the heavy stuff with Spence in there and obviously Darnell. Those guys being able to not let those DNs set the edge kind of opened up a lot of things. So, yeah, just kind of following the game plan and executing. That's really what happened. So.
How do you go into a game kind of mentally preparing for a guy like Garrett, where even when you see him, you have help, even doubles and chips, he still has inside moves that beat those things? And how do you kind of mentally prepare for that challenge, knowing he can beat even help stuff?
Obviously, you see a guy like that going against TJ a lot. He sees that all the time as well. Yeah, I mean, I just got to play my game. That's how I look at it. I don't really – obviously, you have so much respect for that guy and what he's been able to do, but just playing my game, man. Doing the techniques that I know and trust and not trying to do anything different because the caliber player that he is. So I think it's just doing my job and making sure that I stay in between him and the quarterback, then good things will happen.
How much does it help? How much does it help for you to have gone against TJ, throughout camp and just at different points in your career?
Yeah, there was no chips in training camp. It was one-on-one every play. So, but I felt like I thrived in that. Obviously, TJ's gonna win some, but man, I try to bring it every single day and do my best to block a guy like that. But obviously, preparing, because you go against a guy that has a lot of things in his arsenal. Prepares you for Sunday, so just excited for this matchup.
Just real quick, can I just ask you about just the lefty court? You blocked. It's abstract for you because you blocked for one, but having a lefty quarterback, is that different in how defense is approached? You think, or how you block or anything like that in terms of, or is it just? Right,
I have no clue, man. I kind of just play whatever position they tell me to. But yeah.
What's keyed your play? Like what's made you successful early on special teams?
I think I just give a lot of credit to Danny Smith and all the rest of my guys that are out there with me. Corliss, our punter, is doing a great job, and Boz is doing a great job on kickoff too. And Coach Smith, Coach Danny's helping us out in every way we can. He's been great. So I give those guys the credit.
What are things you take from teams that you apply when you're playing out on defense?
Yeah, I think that playing special teams, it gets you ready for any type of play, no matter what it is. Taking on a block, shedding a block, blocking somebody, and if someone gets a pick or whatnot. So I think special teams gets you ready to play any position and gets you ready for any type of play that happens.
Obviously, you're facing a running back you're familiar with.
Yeah.
What's the key against a guy like him? What kind of challenges Quinshawn will be?
Yeah, I mean, Quinshawn, he's explosive, he's big, he's physical, he runs hard, and I think the key is is to keep him contained as much as we can, and when you're facing a good player, you're just trying to slow him down as much as you can anyway.
Is that one of those guys you got to get multiple bodies on?
Yeah, he is. He like I said, he's a physical guy. He's strong. He's powerful. So you got to hit him and wrap him up, and get more people to the party. Whenever you get to him.
What did you think of the hockey game last night?
It was fun, man. It was my first Pens game, and it was awesome at Cam. And those guys took us all there, and it was a good time.